recently it's been really nice, really good lighting. This morning was really good, and then I had to go and clean the house for 3 hours, and it's not good lighting now. So I have to use this lovely, lovely yellow light. Yay! Anyway, we'll have to make do. Hello, so this video, I don't really know what to call it. I want to call it like a diseased eye. But when I researched diseased eyes, it came with the actual eyeball. But this is something I had done, which I think I've mentioned. I actually did it when I was trying out my tie-dyes video. And I was trying to create kind of the puffy bags, and it ended up not looking tied, it just ended up looking diseasey. And I have some photos here. They're not that good photos, but let's try and show you them. So this is what I created. Ta-da! And I really wanted to recreate that for an actual diseasey eye. So that is what this video is, but it didn't really work out because I couldn't remember how I did it. I knew I used cotton wool. That's it. So I've attempted to recreate it. It hasn't really worked. But it's still kind of something. It's really interesting. It's like distressed, irritated eye. And I've also added some tie-dyes in, which I might do another video on, and gaunty attempt to be gaunt face, which didn't really work. This video is kind of experimental because I did attempt it yesterday. It didn't really work. So while I'm filming this, it is kind of I'm just going with the flow, which I don't really like doing them ones because I could do so much better if I researched it properly. But I wanted to get a video up this week because I've been on holiday for the past week and I didn't get a chance to obviously film a video. So I've had to do it this week, and it's a little bit rushed and the best I could do, but I think it still looks quite cool. It still looks special effectsy. You enjoy! Hello! So you're going to need cotton wool for this, just that I'll tell you. I had different variations. So I just wanted to make my skin look a lot more natural, so I just filled in my eyebrows a little bit and applied some BB cream. This just being a nice base for the special effects itself. And I also did some spot covering. So here I was attempting to do different shapes, different cotton wool. I ended up using the cotton wool roll, which allows you to make any shape you want. Basically, I create a thin sausage and just try to outline the shape of your eye bag, making it a lot more thinner at the end so you can blend it out. This was a bit too long, so I did end up cutting it off the end of it with some scissors, but again, be careful because it's right near your eye. And this, I'm going to stick it down with liquid latex, so just to tell you, be very careful when using liquid latex near your eye, because it's not very good for your eye. So I just stuck some onto the cotton wool and stuck it down, and then here's me cutting it off. I did start to use my fingers, but it kept playing up, it kept drying very quickly. So I ended up going in with the end of my paintbrush just to blend it out and help make a seamless kind of line. I also use the end of the brush as well to help in doing so. I had to do some fixing because I accidentally pulled this bit and then it kind of went all lumpy and a bit ugh. So I've had to put tissue paper down. So it's not looking as good right now. This might be another fairly video. So I only just realised it wasn't recording, but I've added bits onto it to kind of continue it, and it's now dry and I'm about to carry on. So as cotton wasn't translucent, I had a mixture between my cream foundations and my BB cream and just went over it just to make it more skin-like. And then I went in with some red. I lined the waterline and I lined the tight line just to get across the irritated eye look. I then also went inside the bit above the cotton wool, once again helping with the irritation. I then decided to go underneath it just to enhance the cotton wool, because I didn't want to be flat on the skin. I then went in to use some green, and just went over the cotton wool and blended out with this, I don't know what they're called, but a textured sponge. I thought the green would work well because it helped kind of creating a mouldy look, even though I know that sounds absolutely horrible. But I then went inside the bit where I put the red as well, just doing a lot of blending and dabbing and blending and dabbing basically. I then went into to go in for like some darker browns and some purples, just to help with the darkness. And then went on the outer corner of this, just to help with the irritation. And then I went in with this zombie flesh, I think it's called, in my foundation cream paint, once again helping with the mouldiness. I just went everywhere kind of. And then once again blended out with my textured sponge. I then started to go around the edges of the latex with red, just to once again present the irritation that you would get. And just did a few more touch-ups of different colours and what I thought was needed. It's all really up to you and how you want to do it. So I wanted to do some on the lid, so I went up with some red and lined the, I don't know what it's called, the line, and blended it out with a brush. I then wanted once again to follow on the mouldy look, so I took some greens, practicing different ones, and ended up using a green and yellow combo all over the lid, but rather messily. And then I ended up going in with some other colours like purples, browns, just to darken the edges and just to add more texture and to make it kind of merge in well with the disease that's going on underneath. And then also went in the inner corner, because obviously be really tired, hopefully maybe, and blended it out. Then just blended the edges with my finger and set it with some colour set powder. I then thought the skin didn't look that ill that you would be if you had a diseased eye, so I used my BB cream and mixed in a bit of the zombie flesh from my foundation palette, and I accidentally put too much BB cream on, but I just blended it out and it ended up not looking, well, when I was doing it looked that well, so I ended up putting over some white just to, you know, enhance the illness, and I just blended it out. I did also set this with some colour stay powder, but it's somehow not in this footage. I then took my eyebrow product and tried to create gaunt cheekbones. I very lightly applied with my eyeshadow brush and then blended it out with this cheek bluff brush. I don't know if this worked that well, but it just helped add to the effect. I then used this eyeshadow again and created very simple tie-dyes. I then just kind of added some concealer onto my lips to help with the illness, blot it out a bit, and that's the finished look. Hope you enjoyed it.
Fake sleeping. Morning. Oh, hi Amy. Oh, your eye looks a bit bad. Thank you. I know, I woke up like this. I'm listening to the cheesy hit playlist on Spotify, by the way, just in case you were thinking throughout this whole video. There's been very, like, ooh songs. Because I'm listening to it. Bum bum. Ooh ee ooh ah ah. Bum bum bum. Ooh ee ooh ah ah. Okay, let's go.